Emmanuel, a young Frenchman, converted to Islam years ago. He says it wasn't an easy decision and that his search for truth led him down some wrong roads.
In the moderate mosques, they told me to approach it calmly and take my time. But I'm idealistic. The world is often unjust, and I wanted to move it forward faster. And so I started looking in the internet, and that's easy. One website leads to the next. And so I ended up on the extremists' pages and got on this bad trip.
Few people are willing to reveal they've had contact with extremist circles. Such a move can be dangerous. Islamist preachers don't like to let someone off their hooks. The internet is the meeting place. One of the people active on it is Omar Omzin, the Islamist agitator in France.
We Muslims are a huge community, more than 1.5 billion people. Among us, a very special group, the chosen ones. They're like foam on the sea.
Omzin's rants have led 700 young French people to take part in holy war, or jihad, in Syria. Most of them come from atheistic families. The jihadists always use the same method. On the internet, they show the young people shocking images that paint the Western world as degenerate and corrupt.
People become convinced that there's a huge conspiracy among the Jews, the financial industry, and America. They develop a kind of paranoia and see evil everywhere.
Dominique Bon's son, Nicolas, listened to the fanatic preachers. He went to Syria and, half a year ago, killed himself in a suicide bombing. His mother is in shock and regards Nicolas as the victim of an unscrupulous network. Out of the blue, a text message arrived. Her son was now with Allah.
I didn't even receive his body. I want to go to Syria and bring back a handful of the soil in which he is buried. Then I would at least have something enabling me to mourn him.
These Pied Pipers are active in many European countries. In France, they're attracting increasing numbers of young people. So now special police units are looking for youth who cross international borders. The French government commissioned the sociologist Dunia Bouzard to train officers to expose the perpetrators' methods. Since then, she receives threats from the Islamists and is under police protection. Her job entails passing on information to parents as well as investigators.
The Islamists forbid people to eat Western food, and they give them a long list of foods to avoid. They tell them to throw away their parents' alcohol and perfume, to tear any curtains bearing pictures, and not to listen to music.
This manipulation is intended to isolate the young people. When they've been softened up enough, mediators with airline tickets to Syria contact them. Once the young people have reached this point, it's almost impossible for them to change course.
The girls often go off to Syria believing they'll be doing humanitarian work there. Then they learn about people being slaughtered, and they phone home and cry. They never get over the shock.
Once they arrive in Syria, most of these young people are already lost. The mother of Nicolas Bon had given up trying to persuade him to leave the Islamist group. Her son was already living in another world.
They were stronger than a mother's love. Back then, this danger wasn't recognized or talked about. I was lost. I was all alone.
An old friend showed Emmanuel that he was no longer thinking for himself. He managed to leave the sect that had roped him in while he was still in France, just in time.
I realized that my radical views were not worthy of any religion, neither Islam, nor Judaism, nor Christianity. Ultimately, my Islamic faith rescued me. The Quran says, seek peace within yourself. That's what those who want to go to Syria have to be told.
Emmanuel knows the tricks the Islamist preachers use who target young people. Now he wants to serve in the struggle against jihad.